Hi, I'm Diane, and I have been test riding bikes at Sixthreezero. They're located in San Clemente, and this is a Simple Glide fat tire. And I've been riding on all sorts of different terrain, and this time I'm going to go on this nice little rural path. And I take a different approach when I'm riding urban compared to rural. And I'm gonna talk a little bit about that on the ride. So again, on this nice trike, you'll notice that there's a low step through. I currently have the parking brake on, and you may not be able to tell, but I'm on a little bit of a decline right now, and you could tell that when I got on, I didn't have to touch the brakes at all because the bike is in a locked position, which is a great safety feature. I'm going to put the arm pads down, but you can ride with them up or down if you wanted to. And another feature on this trike I want to point out really quickly is that there's a nice little footrest. So if you want to take a break from your riding and enjoy nature, if you're using throttle only, you can do that when you have your feet down too. Based on where you put your seat location, you can't always have this down when you're riding. I can't because I have short legs. I have short arms too. That's why I have to reach down to pull it back up. So a couple of things to consider, and I'm going to go ahead and start. So I've got 5 levels of pedal assist. I'm in pedal assist 5 right now, and I'm going to click that down to pedal assist 2 just for starting off because it looks like I'm on a downhill. If you're by yourself, something that you want to think of and you want to check before you start your ride is taking a look at your energy bar to make sure, especially if you're by yourself, how much energy you have in the battery, because that could dictate the length of your ride. You also want to be aware of what type of terrain you're going to be hitting on the ride, because if you're going to be using more of a pedal assist or more of a throttle on the ride, you want to make sure that you're going to have enough energy left in the battery to make it back to your starting point. Again, this shows I'm in pedal assist 2, and I'm currently at 0 miles on the odometer. So in order to release the parking brake, I'm simply going to click on that, and you can see that the bike, I'm not even pedaling right now, is going to take off because, as I mentioned, I was on a hill. So when you're riding more in a rural area, there's a couple things you want to be aware of, and that is the terrain. And, is the trike that you're riding capable of the terrain that you chose? So I've got a fat tire bike right now, so it's able to withstand this hillier, rougher terrain that we're on right now. You can see it's kind of rocky, it's uneven, it's totally fun, but it's definitely not a flat surface. And this one's a little dusty because it hasn't been raining out recently out here in Southern California. So, ooh, we're kicking up some dust. We're kicking up some dirt. So a couple of things that you want to be aware of when you're on this type of ride is you want to be aware of any type of animal life that may be crossing your path. Out here we have coyote, we have some mountain lions. I just want to make sure that nothing's going to run in front of me and stop me from riding. So you can see choosing the appropriate bike for this type of terrain is really important. Again, having the fat tire really helped. So especially if you're out by yourself, a couple things that you want to consider. You want to consider the type of terrain you're on. If you're by yourself, you want to make sure that you have enough battery power left in your energy bar to get back to where you want to go, especially if you're going to be going up a hill on the way back. You want to always be aware of any other cyclists or runners that may be on your path. And you also, again, want to look out for wildlife, things like that. When you're by yourself, make sure that you have your cell phone with you. This particular E-Trike has a basket in the front. There's all different sorts of accessories you can buy. I could put one in the back if I wanted to. So I have my cell phone with me, making sure that I have something to drink with me as well, so that I feel safe when I'm out on my ride. What I would do, and what I have been doing, is test riding a variety of different options at Sixthreezero, thinking about how I'm going to personally use an E-Trike on my rides. Am I going to be right? I mean, this could be used in an urban situation as well, but I definitely want to make sure that I have the right trike out here when I'm riding on this rough of a terrain. So anyway, just a couple of tips when you're riding in a more rural area. Safety first, always wear your helmet. I hope you enjoyed the ride. It was a little bit of a rough one, but I loved it. Thank you so much for joining me. Come on out to Sixthreezero. There's a variety of different paths you can test ride on. They'll answer every question that you have regarding the different options. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a great afternoon.